so I wanted to let it play. Yes, I am a bit early today. Let's break. About 40 minutes, yeah. I did some off-playing of KCD1. I could show you my armor real quick. I got the best armor I could buy. I don't think it's at full condition right now because I was fighting some bandits. Also got this red outer jacket. Gives me some charisma. And a little bit stab, slash, and blunt defense, but not a whole lot. Does give me 13 charisma, though. Maybe I should get some new pants. I don't think this is really good. Yeah. Maybe I can get something else. I think I found these on one of the bandits, so I didn't need to purchase them. I was going to purchase it, but I found it, so that was good. Kingdom Come Deliverance? Can you... Okay, you can hear the game. Okay. What else? Yeah, I finished all the bandit quests. He didn't even thank me. He was like, "Get out of here." I was like, "Okay, bitch." At least I got the money for it. I also picked up the crown, because I was there anyway. Picked up the wine. I had to do an archery contest. Wasn't that difficult. And then I picked up the horse and rode it all the way back here. No difficulties. But now, we can go talk to Lady Stephanie. I think that's her name. There's my horse. I also got him spec'd out. Yeah, I got some armor I need to sell too. Right here. Military horseshoes, and then the saddlebag. I think if they pull me off once, it goes into zero conditions, so need to be careful with that. Okay, let's go talk to Lady... What's her name? Is she in here, or...?
What's that noise? Damn.
Okay, she is up here. Hello.
Welcome, Henry. I'm glad you're here.
I'll close this door. I don't know if it happens yet, but I wanted to have this conversation on stream just in case. I bought the roan.
I brought the roan, my lady.
That's wonderful. There weren't any problems with it, I hope.
Nothing too serious. He's a little wild, but I was able to handle him in the end.
Well, that won't do. Sophie can't have some wild horse at her wedding starting a stampede.
But I've learnt a trick. If you sing to him, he calms down.
You sang to a horse?
It's quite true, I'm afraid. I sang to a horse.
Well, then you'll have to sing something to me, too.
My lady,
damn it.
I don't know if I...
So I know how to calm down that roan. Go ahead, sing.
Two horses come roaming in the merry month of May to graze in the shade of the apple tree there. The first one is brown and the second is grey. Which shall I ride to, my maiden so fair?
Oh, how beautiful. I'm not surprised the horse calmed down after hearing such a lovely voice. Anyway, I'll think about what to do with the roan. But thank you, Henry.
Give her the crown.
I brought you the crown from the master engraver.
Henry, you are a gem. Look at that Moldavite. Isn't it wonderful? Sophie will look like an angel. So, what's next?
The wine.
The wine.
Wonderful, wonderful. No wedding is complete without good wine. Find somewhere here to put it down. I'll send for a servant to bring it later. I hope you had no problems acquiring it.
Problems? Huh. I don't know the meaning of the word.
Okay.
As if I didn't know you.
What can I do for you, my lady?
Nothing. You've done enough. And now I'd like to reward you.
That's not necessary, my lady. You taking the time to see me is reward enough.
Come now, Henry. No need for such modesty. I appreciate everything you've done for me, as well as your company. And there's something I'd like to give you. This shirt was my father's. He was built very much like you. Broad shoulders, strong chest. It should fit you just right.
But I can't accept this. It's too valuable.
It's too valuable to be left to the mercy of moths. It doesn't fit my husband well, and I've no one else to give it to. What's more, if you were to leave us again, I'd like you to have something to remember me by, so you don't forget me.
I could never forget you, my lady.
Well then, won't you try it on at least?
What, right now?
Why not? Don't worry, I won't look. I'll turn my back.
And what if your husband comes in?
Oh.
He won't. Neither will anyone else.
All right, then.
God be with you.
The
I feel
game
truly
saved.
blessed to have you here. So long I yearned for young company. I really feel God heard my prayers and sent you to me.
Ready?
My, you do look handsome.
Is that the pants I'm
Fine as
wearing?
any
Or...
gentleman. When I was a little girl, there were always lots of other children around and young men and women of the court. It was so merry. I always hoped it would be like that when I was grown up too. But it was not God's plan.
You and Sir Divish had no children.
No. No, alas, we were not blessed. Twice I was with child, but they did not live. And now I fear there's no hope for me.
Uh-oh.
My lady.
No, no, Henry, come on. Henry. Hup, yep.
Forgive me, my lady.
Yeah, you shouldn't have, Henry.
I don't mind.
Hmm. 1 hour. Court Lady Stephanie. Technically, this is better armor. It's worth more too. Oh, I got a buff from her alpha male. Feeling self-confident. True Slav. Get a +1 bonus on speech and charisma when hungover. It's twice as long, and unless you drink your you suffer no negative effects. I don't know. Ooh, main level. Get first aid 3. Speaking of that, the guy at Sasal that I need to fix his leg, yeah, he's dead. I guess I took too long. I was fighting some bandits and it said quest failed, or that section was failed. I was like, what? And I was already deep up in over here, so I couldn't, even if I traveled all the way down to Ratai and then back to Sasau, he would have died anyway, so. I blame Johanka, or whatever her name is. Because I think I could have treated him, but she was like, no, stay away from him. He died because of her, so.
God be with you, Henry.
And we cannot talk to her. So I think that's all done with. That quest is all done. Get that off. No, while I'm up here, I do want to go. Over here. I did clear out most of Skelett's too. So it should be fine. Unless they respawn, which I don't think they do. There might be like random events we come across, but...
Yeah.
And I think there's fighting in there? Let me check. Because last time there was. I don't know if it happens every time you come here. If it does, it's a great way to farm money. Yep. What you can do is just wait for the guards to take care of all of them. And then steal their loot.
I'm going to enjoy this.
Oh, it looks like these are all bandits. My bad. Yeah, I definitely got fucked up here. Oop, that guy's not a bandit.
Come here. Yeah. Yeah. Where's the advantage to? Bring it on. Yeah.
Okay, I'm having trouble seeing who's who.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, one of those guys is the bandit.
Gone weak at the knees, have you? Yeah. Hey.
I think there's only one guard there. I shouldn't have got off my horse, but...
God damn!
Oh, looks like that guy's helping me.
Come on.
What? What? I'm so fucking confused.
You're gonna cry now. You're
Yeah, it's tag team him. Woo.
tired of life. Did that hurts?
I have no idea why they're fighting each other.
Bollocks! Shit.
Oh, don't put me in the middle.
You could. You're
Take that.
done for, fucker.
Yeah, get him. He has heavy armor on.
landed. Well then, was it worth it?
Okay.
Ow.
So I guess these bandits are fighting them. But sometimes there's guards that are there.
Shit! Damn!
As you can see, I did get better with the sword. I've been choosing just to stick with the sword. I like it better. Okay, pussy. I think I also bought a new sword. This guy is fucking pissing me off.
Well landed. You can. Cunt!
I pressed that right away that time. Just die, fucking pussy.
You called. Dear God.
Thank fuck. New level and sword though. Pretty neat. Let's heal. I also got a fuck ton of shaver snaps. I'm gonna steal your money. I'll take that. Money. That. 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 Ooh, look at this. This might be too much for me to carry on the horse. That bandage ring. I lured you, right? Yeah. Someone did, though. Maybe I did, I just didn't grab the potion. Yeah, so this is a great place to farm. Money, money. Okay, I am maxed out. So yeah, just be careful, because sometimes it's guards. And I think you could get a bounty that way, but I'm not sure. Is there bounties in this game? I'm not 100% sure, but I wouldn't kill the guards. I think it can lower your reputation. Yeah, you can. I think you can't get a bounty. They'll just arrest you in the town.
Yeah.
That sounded... My humble greetings. How may I help you?
I'm looking for the priest, Father Simon, and I heard you might know of him.
Simon? What do you want him for?
I'm looking for the priest who used to take care of St. James, and the locals tell me they saw him around here.
I don't know if I can help you there. He'll never go back to his parish if you ask me. Very well. What is it you want?
What went on between Simon and your daughter?
Nothing that hasn't happened before. Our Mary was his housemaid in Skalitz. She was pretty, very pretty. And he was young, and so things went the way they do between comely young folk. She came back home one day, heavy with child.
Yes, these things happen. What can you do?
I said as much. I was just glad our girl was provided for. Only she never had the chance to hold that babe in her arms. She didn't live through the birth.
Very sorry.
Such is a woman's lot in life. Men die in battle, and women in the arms of the midwife.
And what happened to Simon?
The poor man. He took it the worst. He was sure God's wrath smote Mary for her fornication.
That's rubbish. People lie together out of wedlock all the time, and God never smites them down.
That's just what I told him. But it's hardly my place to lecture a priest. And who knows? Maybe he was right. The Lord moves in mysterious ways.
Yep.
He was overflowing with grief. He barely spoke.
Where can I find him?
I heard that too, and I'm inclined to believe it.
How come?
After our poor Mary went to her rest, we used some of the money he'd paid us to put a cross up by the roadside. And lately...
You think Simon did?
Who knows?
I see. Can you tell me where... All right. I'll be going.
Very good then. And if you do...
I'll tell him.
God be with you.
Save 2. Forgot to after that battle.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I need. Who sent me here to get this guy? Can't remember.
Yeah.
I also ran into the other priest. He was in the scribe building. Oops, some humans. I could have convinced him, but I wanted to do the quest. Also clear that place. I did a lot of killing on the bandits. There's Teresa's house.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Okay, horse, you're just gonna stay there.
This must be that cross. Mary's
It's
mother was
fucking
right.
hidden, yeah.
Someone did lay flowers here recently. I should have a look around and see if there's comfrey growing anywhere nearby.
How's this? Okay. It's kind of impossible to do this at dead of night.
Hey, you! What are you doing here?
I was just passing and I heard voices, so I've come to see what's going on.
Nothing that's any of your business.
We'll see about that, you bastard.
Up.
Fucker!
Okay.
Now you're fucked. Allez, tu fratello. Come here, lily liver. I'll slaughter.
I'm in full armor. I remember you could just spam this.
Ow. Bring it on. You'll get one for.
Oh, thank you, my son. I was beginning to fear I'd never get out of here alive.
Times are hard when brigands roam the land and attack the defenseless.
But they didn't attack me. I saw them raiding birds' nests down by the path, so I took pity on them.
Which makes what they did all the more loathsome. That's no way to repay a good Christian's hospitality.
And to whom do I owe my salvation?
My name's Henry. You may remember me. I'm the son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
Your face does seem familiar.
Can you see my face?
But listen, Henry, I can't help feeling you didn't stumble across me by accident.
It's true. I've come to ask a favor of you.
Me? What on earth could I do for you?
I need you to go back to St. James. The folk there need spiritual guidance. Skalitz is a burned-out shell, and many have died in St. James. They need a priest. Any priest.
I understand, but I have to disappoint you. I gave up my calling. Instead, I've given myself over to repentance.
I know your story.
Then you know what I'm guilty.
Yes, and I don't want to try to make light of it. Your conscience is your own affair. But I know that deep down you're a good man.
You don't know what you're saying.
But I know what you did. Many priests break God's commandments willy-nilly, and aren't the least ashamed.
That doesn't absolve me of my sins. God's law is set, no matter.
You're certainly right. But the people need you. And forgive me for being blunt, but while you can leave the presbytery if you choose, it doesn't absolve you of your duty to Christian folk.
But I'm a sinner.
Priests, bishops, monks, abbots, they're all sinners. Even the Holy Father himself is a sinner. You've done your penance, and now your people need you.
You're probably right.
I don't think I'll...
All right. I'll take what I can carry and go back to...
Thank you. I need help.
And what's...
Oh, nothing. But Philip from Skalitz is dying. He's lying in Sasau and won't last long.
Slowly now. What happened to him?
Nobody knows much. He's not wounded, but I heard he was hiding from the Cumans for days in a pile of carcasses.
The Lord have mercy. The living should never lie with the dead. His intestines must be purged, but even then he's in God's hands.
How do I clean his intestines?
It might surprise you, but you'll have to give him alcoholic spirits. The purest you can get your hands on. The best is distilled from Artemisia. It'll make him a bit delirious, but it'll help. I'll show you how to prepare it.
Those two run off? Must have. Looks like Philip is dead as well. That one might have been on me. I mean, I was killing bandits. Not my fault the fucking priest was hard to find. I did not see him in there either, but he survived like for like weeks after. I think if Yuhanka wasn't incompetent, they would all be alive. I'm just blaming her. He's a stupid cunt. Also, I gotta take what's her name out on a date. I kept asking her and she kept rejecting me, so I think I gotta do it in the morning. Excuse me. We'll sleep for a few hours just to... Also gotta sell our stuff, don't forget. Let's run Batai. Let's say 8. Should be up by then. I think I have to ask her before noon. I also want to try the tourney. I think I tried it once. I think I've lost. Okay, where is Teresa? Fucking... There's a shovel. I could have got that for free. I had to buy one. Teresa. Where is Teresa? Oh, I had to go... Fucking... I'll do that later. She not up yet? Thought she would be. Yeah, she's not up. I guess get more sleep. Sleep until like, yeah, 10. Try to get it on the mark. There she is. Don't you reject me this time.
Look at you, lover boy.
I also gave her like a $2,000 Roshan dress. And she was like, oh, thanks. I was like, okay. That was like my entire savings, and you're like, okay, thanks. Matthew and Fritz send their regards.
Matthew and Fritz send their regards.
Well.
They survived. My God, I'm glad. They helped me out a lot.
And where did you see them?
In Sasau. I bumped into them in front of the tavern. Where else?
And how are they doing?
They're doing fine. The monks brought them back to health. But they don't have work, and they're in debt. You wouldn't happen to know of any jobs going for 2 lazy carpenters?
Not here. And I think it will be the same in all of Ratai. It's overcrowded with refugees and they're all looking for work.
That's bad. Those 2 need work badly. To keep them out of mischief. You know what they're like.
I do indeed. Try the mills in the smaller hamlets. The miller in Ledechko is old. Maybe he could use some strong hands.
I will. Thanks.
I want to do something again.
Do you still feel like doing something together?
Shall we play blind man's buff?
That's really what you want to do?
I know it's a game for children, but I always liked it, and I won't feel stupid playing it with you.
All right, why not?
Good. Then follow me. Nobody will see us here in this barn.
Are you shy?
It's a game for little children. Of course I'm embarrassed.
Well, adults play it too, you know.
But only when they're drunk.
Okay.
I'll cover my
Cutscene.
eyes.
Well, they do say love is blind.
Cheeky boy. But this is a game you won't be winning. I've got ears sharper than bats.
And I'm as stealthy as a cat. You'll never find me.
We'll see. But if you leave the barn, you lose. Come here.
I'm wearing my ratty tag shirt.
Come on, spin me around. What are you waiting for?
Blind I may be, deaf I'm not. Make a sound, and you'll get got. How does it go after that?
It doesn't matter. Go and hide.
I think I should let her win.
What was that? Was that you? Ha! Got you.
Okay, she is just terrible at this.
There, you see. I can hear better than a bat.
Oh no! I've left clothes out to dry. We have to bring them in before they get soaked.
Okay.
Oh no, it's completely soaked.
You'll have to put it by the stove to dry.
No, that will just make it leak its smoke. Help me bring it to the hay.
Look, there's one more. Why'd you have it on the ground? Is this how you let clothes dry? But just throw them on the ground? They were wacky back in the day.
It's sopping wet.
I know what's gonna happen. Ooh.
Not afraid of thunderstorms, are you?
Not anymore.
Close your eyes. You're too young for this.
Shouldn't we spread the linen out?
Henry, hush now.
Oh shit, titties! I knew one of them was animated. I couldn't remember which one. I thought it was Stephanie, but it's Teresa. She is being very loud. I also courted Teresa. Is there any other women I could court? Okay, they're all hidden. Thank you. That helps very much. I mean, they're not all hidden. It's like 38 hidden ones. Finish the game in hardcore mode with all negative perks. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing that.
About that.
Ah, yes. I never thanked you properly for helping me with the laundry. That storm would have carried it off to God knows where.
Don't rain.
Oh, I think you thanked me enough. But next time we should take shelter somewhere else. That hayseed gets into places it shouldn't and itches like mad.
Henry, you donkey. You really know how to sweet-talk a girl, don't you? And anyway, what do you mean by...
Well, we'll be together.
Lad,
like a couple.
don't you want a little wage
And when the time...
You're full of yourself, aren't you? But that's not how things are done.
Well, obviously, under normal circumstances, I'd ask your pa for your hand, but...
Papa? Yes. He'd set the dogs on you. Now you'd have to get Uncle Peshek's blessing.
I reckon I'd have no better luck with him. Unless he saw a way to profit from it.
And I'd have a sack of flour for my dowry. But seriously, Henry, what kind of husband would you make? You can't sit still in one place for an hour at a time.
Well, I've got a lot of duties, but...
I know, you silly sod. We can't get married yet. But we can still see each other and be fond of each other.
Oh, she can repair my
I've
clothes.
got something that needs stitching up. Could you do it for me?
All right. I can't have you walking around in torn rags, can I? Show it here.
She did repair it. Nice. Let me put her shirt away so I don't accidentally steal it. Oops. Got spurs that jingle, jingle, jangle. Buffs. Smitten. Prison's temporarily increased by 3. All these are long swords. I think I got all the short sword ones, yeah. So I can just get any of them. So that saves me a little money.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
There we go.
Dark at home? A torch will help. Your fields lie fallow? Here's a hut. I'm glad to see.
Strid.
Good luck then.
Yeah, it's 26k now. I think it increased every time I sell more shit to him, so... That's like 8,000 right there, Jesus.
I'm honored that. Back then.
Okay. Let's do a main quest line, because I haven't done that in fucking, I don't know how long. So, we gotta ask about the limping guy in Ujits. And I think I'm ready to take on, Privoslavitz, or however you say it. I should have enough money. At least I should be able to make enough money for me to support that place. Because if you don't know, one of the DLCs lets you, what's the word? Like, own and occupy Privoslavitz, so you can, it's like a building type DLC. Start with Innkeep. Can I ask him?
Jesus Christ.
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with a limp?
What would you want with him? Well, it's no skin off my nose. The bastard has a cottage on the edge of the village by the road to Ratai.
Thank you. Like, I just wake up? That's not supposed to be his normal clothes, but...
Move along, citizens. Move along. There's nothing to see here.
I think he's supposed to be in his guard uniform, but...
I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
Jesus St. Peter. This is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanush's Captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of Auschwitz. And I say we don't want any of that kind of trouble around here. What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Auschwitz among the bandits.
There are no bandits or murderers around here.
Really? They say you had a limp?
Shit. Allow me to introduce you to Limpy Lubosh. Or all that's left of him.
Damn.
Sakra. Nothing's ever easy. I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions, if that's all right with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask all you like.
Who was Limpy Lubosh?
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. Can't say I'm too surprised what happened to him. He kept company with all sorts of vermin. He was always getting into some kind of trouble. Punch-ups in the tavern and what have you.
How come he limped?
He got that from some villainy or brawl a long time ago.
Has he been up to anything suspicious lately?
I don't know. The last few days he didn't go anywhere. He was home the whole time. But he always kept everyone in the village at arm's length.
Did he have any kith or kin in the village?
None. A loner he was. I don't know the last time I saw him with anyone.
Do you happen to know where he was on the night of the Neuhof raid?
I've no idea. He kept his distance from other folk, so you never knew if he was away or holed up at home.
When did you find the body? And did anyone see anything?
Just now. And nobody saw or heard anything. I don't know how they could gut him like that without someone hearing him scream.
God save. How may I help you, good knight?
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Leipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know how I can help you, but ask if you must.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I don't think he was home. I didn't see him all day.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
There wasn't sight or sound of him for a long time. And then yesterday, he turned up at the church and even talked to the parish priest. I never saw him do that before. Probably had a bad conscience.
That's all. Thank you.
May the Lord watch over you.
I hope I can be of help.
I've come in the name...
I don't know anything about it.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Come to think of it, he was in church yesterday. I was wondering what he was up to.
That's
I
all.
can't just kind of go to the church.
May the Lord watch over you.
Man.
Yeah.
Father Godwin? I'd that stand right in front of him, or?
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sir Hanush of Leipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators. But ask as you wish, boy. I hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
Bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child. All sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubosh don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing on the day Neuhoff was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation, but I can't.
What?
I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Vows more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son, and one of those is the sanctity of the confessional.
Father, surely you can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances, and this is one of them.
For heaven's sake, Father, can you really look me in the eye and tell me that, when you know you may be condemning innocent people to death?
True. Very well, then. Can I trust you not to say a word to anyone?
Trust me.
Lubosh came to me shortly after everything that happened. His conscience was gnawing at him. I must say I never expected it of him, but he turned out to be a better man than he seemed. He said some crony of theirs hired them. First they thought they were going to steal horses. Then it all got out of hand and people started dying. He and his gang didn't want any part of that. They quarreled with the others and ran off.
Quarrel? A corpse was found in the woods by Neuhoff.
And that would explain something. Lubosh kept blabbering on that he wasn't a murderer, that he didn't want to do it.
So I know Lubosh killed one of the murderers and now he's dead too. Only I need to find the ones who are still alive. I need names and places. Did he mention any of the others?
Just nicknames. But maybe that'll help. He mentioned some fellows called Riki from Ledechko, Pius and Timmy.
Nothing more?
No.
I suppose that'll have to do. I reckon I'll go and have a look around Ledechko first. Thank you, Father. And don't worry.
I see you know. I wouldn't have expected that.
With a stick. I practice with a stick. Reminder of my youth and days gone by, and it helps keep me in good form.
Do you have any work?
My dear lad, I have more worries than I can bear. Another pair of shoulders. I have to deal with a local
A witch?
The herb woman, old Gert.
A little bird, you know. And what's...
God be with you.
When was my last save? Oh, 05? I really want to do that one quest with him. And he didn't give me an option because I passed it. And now I'm here again. I'm gonna go talk to her. Oh, damn it. I should have saved. Hey, Teresa. 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 Teresa.
Shouldn't you?
About... Oh.
I'll skip this. Thank you for repairing my clothes. Go sell our shit, repair our shit. And we'll be off. This time I want to fail. So I might take off all my armor. Just so I have a better chance of failing. Oops, sorry. Sorry! I said sorry! Just stop, calm down. And I forgot to put what's his name shirt.
God.
I also did forget to go to the herbalist shop. So we can do it this time.
How's it? Good luck then.
God be.
Belladonna, thank you. Yeah, his quest line is very memorable, so I do want to do it. Maybe there is some women involved. Maybe that's why I want to do it, but... Maybe we should have done it before we got into a relationship with Teresa. Technically, we're gonna cheat on her, but... Oops. We'll just pretend we did it before. Maybe I should have waited, or should I? Kind of weird it didn't save like right after I talked to that one guy. I also forgot to check out the crime scene.
God's.
Thank you.
The Lord watch over you.
There you are, horsey.
Who? How? Has he? Yeah. When?
I'll talk to the woman.
Good day.
Who?
You.
Have you? Do you know? Do you know? That's all.
Goodbye.
Judas. Looks like this is meant to be a warning. But for who? And why? Maybe the gang had a falling out. But a bandit who knows how to write isn't something you see every day. What's this? Looks like someone's hit him very hard on the head. Could they have bludgeoned him to death and then gutted him? That would explain why he didn't scream. Lord above, they did a hell of a job on him. Must have been agony. How come no one heard anything?
You literally just answered your question. Ooh, let's eat his food. Yummy, yummy. Won't be needing it. He's dead after all. Anything else I can steal from him? I can sleep in his bed. I'm gonna rob him. Nothing good. You have shitty things. Nothing good in here either. Like the bandages.
Lord above, what's this? Looks like someone's hit him very hard on the head. Could they have bludgeoned him to death and then gutted him? That would explain why he didn't scream. Judas. Looks like this is meant to be a warning. But for who? And why? Maybe the gang had a falling out. And a bandit who knows...
God be with
Another thing.
May the Lord watch over you.
God save you. What?
I've come...
Of course.
That man...
He was a drunk who was always looking for a fight. Nobody liked him.
That's all.
When's the last time I saved? I'm gonna save one more time. Maybe I should have saved like right in front of... No, Father. Yeah, let me take off my clothes. I'm taking off my clothes just to talk to the priest.
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as in...
Did you know Lubor?
Bit of a lot.
Did you... That, do you...
There are... There...
For heaven's sake, Father.
I can.
There we go.
Because if I broke that vow, the consequences would be much worse than if I didn't. Maybe not immediately, but one day. The mills of God grind slowly.
Father, Lubosh was my... If I don't find out who it was, it will probably happen...
I wouldn't. But I can't betray the sanctity of the confessional. I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll try to think up some way of helping you. Suppose we talk it over in the evening. In the tavern. Over a cup of good wine. Maybe we'll come up with something.
All right.
Farewell.
Thank you. What's that say? Yeah, we definitely need better pants. That looks like poo. How much money do I have now? 15K?
Coming right up.
Tankard here.
He's still not here? Where's he at? There you are. Yeah, get going. Who are you, villager? Excuse me. You're getting in his way. Get the fuck out of here. This ale house maid is getting in the way. You can't use steps. Lovely. That time you showed up.
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything, but maybe we can work something out. But first I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
I'm from Skalitz.
Oh, I'm sorry. What about your kin?
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Here, we'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovno. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but they...
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old grouch, Bernard.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujitz, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened at Noyo? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
The rumours aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home. I noticed you're pretty handy with a sword. I wouldn't expect that of a man of the cloth.
You know what they say. The Lord moves in mysterious ways.
But this is a bit more mysterious than others.
Let's just say I haven't always been a priest. Fate led me to places where affairs were settled by force. These days, of course, it's just a bit of exercise to keep me in shape.
Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end. Those cutthroats will strike again, and I can't stop them.
Chin up, lad. I might have a solution.
What?
If I tell you what Lubos told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret. But, first thing tomorrow, I'll try something I think might help you.
Word of honor?
On my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujits isn't Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical. Condemning vices. And, of course, describing them in detail. The tongue-lashing about the two popes goes down well these days. And stories from real life, with a nice moral to them, are popular as well. Especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison. And nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth. And they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive furs. While Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Funny. That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
What do the common folk think of it?
They like it. They're happy to hear someone say what they think themselves, but are afraid to say aloud. Things that make them angry. And they're calling for change. In a few years, it'll have grown beyond control. You mark my words, the people will rise up, and the church will be shaken to its very foundations.
Yeah, unless they burn him at the stake first.
Nonsense. They can't burn a master of the most respected university in Europe.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted. Oh, it's getting quite late.
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
Ah, that sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
See
ska bida morra lat. To neustojí žádnej chlap. Na kraj padnu děsej smutek, kdo mělo i ráno utek. Děti v mouženský mají strach, kdo včera žil, dneska je prach. Už se jí bojí svatý muži, nechtěl bych bejt v jejich kůži. Nám je to jedno a tak si dáme jedno a požerem si huby jako poslední den. Budeme se bavit a do rána stávy a tak vypal sudy a posaď se mi sem.
Henry.
Posaď se sem a vypal je ven. Ukaž kozy jako vozy, zítra jen tu soudnej den, tak nalej mi hned a točí se svět.
Enough of this!
Bailiff! Come on over here, sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can write is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
Oh, damn it.
You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
Yo! You'll pay for that.
And just do the head button.
You think because I'm a man of the cloth I won't kick your arm? It's a sin to fight so bad.
Who's that? That guy's helping us. We're beating up the bishop. Fucking 3-on-1 over here.
No, Corva! Go ahead.
You fucking hit me in the back of the head. Oops. I'm gonna take off my helmet.
Too. And Henry too, I'm sure. Right, Henry?
Stop that nonsense, Godwin. Are you out of your mind? What will people say?
They can say what they like. What do I care? What do they do to me?
Watch the step, my dears. Careful, you don't hurt yourself. Here we are. Look at this beauty.
Oh. We can't do this, can we?
Who says? Get ringing, wench.
This is wonderful.
And now, my dears, comes the climax of the evening.
Oh, shit.
Come here. Oh.
Up, up, he's getting some.
The priest has mounted up. What do you say, Henry? Shall we take a little ride of our own?
I think we got laid like 3 times in this today. Jesus, yeah. Whee! Who's ringing the bell this time? What am I supposed to be doing? Chasing the sheep?
Well, I have to say that was a fine evening.
Bam, 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 bam.
Godwin, you beast! Get up! Do you hear me? Wake up, you drunkards!
Oh, fucking hell. Where the... Oh, what the... Oh, who the hell are you? Oh, Henry. My great friend, Henry. Didn't we have a wonderful time?
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher. Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time. There's some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move my hairy arse before my flock eats me alive.
Oh, step on in my head. My guts. Oh, my poor suffering stomach. Oh, what was that woman on about? Before my flock eats me alive. I've forgotten something. What have I forgotten?
Where the fuck am I?
What the fuck was it?
God damn.
Mass! Oh shit, I have to say mass. I gotta say mass. You have to help me.
How? You're the priest.
I can't do it in this state. Maybe the liturgy. But I have to give a sermon as well. Oh, this is a disaster. They're gonna excommunicate me.
I'd like to help you, but...
You can. You can do the sermon for me.
What? So, first I investigate a murder no one wants investigated. Then I drunkenly keep the whole town up all night. And now you want me to preach at them from the pulpit? Do you want them to burn us at the stake?
No. No, I've got it. Suppose that Sir Ratzig's protege. You just came from studying in Prague. And you want to share the words of Master Jan Hus, who you recently heard preaching there. Henry, look, from what I remember, we might have overdone it a bit last night. And if the bailiff or someone else complains about me, the bishop's gonna have my guts for garters. So I'd appreciate it. Stop gaping at me like a stuffed squirrel and start helping.
You're mad. You're stark raving mad.
I'm not. It's a perfect plan. It's flawless. Oh. How about this? If you help me with this, I'll tell you who Lubosh's cronies are.
Well, all right. But I can't make any promises about what'll happen.
No, neither can I.
What do you want me to do exactly?
I'll go and start the liturgy. Then I'll introduce you. You give the sermon I told you yesterday in the tavern, and that's that. No need to drag it out. If it turns out well, I'll tell you what I know about Lubosh.
Christ almighty. Fine then. We have a deal.
Wonderful. Let's get to it then.
Save again.
What the?
Hey,
My horsey. I like my horsey, and my horsey likes me. Reputation lost. Why? Probably because I was keeping the whole town up. Up.
They never show up. The swamp.
Look at him. He can hardly walk after his capers last night.
You were with them, you beast. Just you wait.
Look at him. Mother of God. Any minute now he'll throw up.
So I couldn't sleep a wink last night with all that clamor.
In nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Accepit panem in sanctas at venerabiles a manus suas. Hac facite in meam commemorationem.
Up there's the maid.
Brothers and sisters, you may have had the
Alehouse
honor
maid.
of meeting Henry from Skalitz, who is here at the behest of Sir Hanush to investigate that heinous crime at Neuhof. You might not know that Henry recently visited Prague, where, by the grace of God, was able to hear Master Jan Hus from the esteemed Charles University preaching. I've managed to persuade Henry to stand here today in my stead and tell us what he heard. Because, as you all probably know, Jan Hus is a very popular preacher in Prague. So, Henry, you may begin.
Now I'm curious which one of them will puke first.
Okay, let's see if I can win this. Should have enough charisma. 12, 13, yeah, I should be able to do all these ones.
Brothers and sisters, let me get straight to the point. I'd like to talk about the church and how corrupt it is.
That boy has a cheek.
I'll
One
just
should
pick
not
the
believe in the church,
first ones?
because the church is not God. God is above all things, and the church is but a means to salvation, which the prelates do not care to hear.
He's right.
It is the corruption of God's pastors here on earth that has brought misfortune on our heads. Plague, humans, hunger, and chaos. The accursed wealth that the church is drowning in is poisoning almost the whole of Christendom. When dogs are fighting over a bone, take the bone and they will stop. Just like the flock of ravens that has descended on this land to peck up every speck of gold and silver. They show no mercy. Their hearts are poisoned by covetousness. They trade everything. Everything is for sale. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay, and you will have absolution. And the prelates sin and give themselves absolution.
For shame! Shame upon them!
And what sins? They live with harlots and keep concubines, even though only marital intercourse for the purpose of procreation is pure. If someone takes a woman or man only to satisfy their own lust, who seduces them to do so but Satan?
You shouldn't be talking,
and how much
pal.
darker the sin if that man is a servant of the church? Who can turn his face to God, who fornicates and then puts on priestly robes?
Nothing we don't know about already.
Enough about sin, which the prelates are so fond of preaching about, and whose absolution they promise if you only pay enough coin to Mother Church. What if the devil himself were to pay? Will the bishops tell us he too would ascend to heaven? And what about those bishops? They sin without remorse, and with the money grasped from them, they play. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too.
Down with the prelates. Away with them.
We're fortunate to have our good Father Godwin. At least he's a fair and simple man.
God sees what is happening on earth, and he is filled with righteous wrath that those who should seek the salvation of souls, blessed are the shepherds who share the poverty of their flock, who are as one with you.
Aye, all honor to Godwin. Let him drink like one of us.
That is all I heard in Prague. Amen.
The lad spoke well, considering what a soak he is.
He's right, that was.
The young man shouldn't drink so much, but the Lord's given him a
I'm
silver
glad he
tongue.
came here. I don't suppose I'll ever get to Prague, but he told it nicely.
Where's the alehouse made?
Well, well, my boy, you have talent, and I can't deny it. And you pulled a thorn from my side. I almost didn't make it.
Yeah, I noticed. I wasn't the only one.
Oh, what's to be done? I'll make it up somehow.
So, about our bargain.
Although it's a sin.
So gluttony and fornication.
God does forgive a penitent.
So, what did Limpy Lubosh tell you? Was he at Neuhof that day? Who was with him? And where are they now?
Now, slow down. I'm sorry, but he didn't tell me that much.
Don't let me down after all I've been through. For you...
Well, now Lubosh came to me shortly after it happened. His conscience was gnawing at him. And I must say, in the end, he turned out to be a better man than he looked. He said they'd been hired through some crony of theirs. And at first they were just to steal some horses. But then it all turned sour and people started getting killed. And neither he nor his cronies wanted anything to do with that. So they fell out from the gang and fled.
Fell out? Yeah, there was a body found in the woods by Neuhof.
That would explain something. Lubosh kept jabbering that he wasn't a murderer, that he didn't want to do it.
So I know that Lubosh killed the murderer and he's dead too. The trouble is, I need to find the ones who are still alive. I need names and places. Did he mention any of the others?
Only nicknames.
Ricky?
Talked about some fella called Ricky from Ledechko. Pius, Timmy.
Pius. That lot are about as pious as I am ordained.
Nonsense. You would make an excellent priest. And anyhow, with your skills, you ought to be able to sniff out this Ricky from Ledechko, right?
Well, we'll have to now. There's not much else to go on. Let's hope he's not hanging from the wall too.
Indeed. And I'd hate to be excommunicated for nothing. Anyhow, good luck. You watch out for yourself. These people clearly mean business. And I'd like to raise a tankard with you again sometime.
Yeah, I'll try. Although I'm not sure I'd survive another night of your debauchery.
And if anyone should ask, you heard nothing from me. I'll deny everything.
I don't doubt it.
Hey.
Now we need to track down Ricky. He has a mission for me.
God save you.
Is there anything suspicious going on in these parts?
Indeed there is. Just last night, Father Godwin was here, calling fire and brimstone down on old Gertrude, the herb woman. He's not one to make a fuss over some trifle either. And there's more. Around here, you should hear about what Vashek the groom has been up to at the stables. When the head groom told the lads here, they fell off their seats laughing. Farewell.
Why can't I go in? Yeah. There's the one maid.
Good health to you.
Oh no, she doesn't remember me.
Good luck.
Damn. Acting like she doesn't know me. Okay. I will continue us up next time. I don't know. I might stream tomorrow. I'll see how I feel, but if not, definitely Wednesday. So.